Jumbo, everybody, from Animal Kingdom Lodge. Today we are here to try out Boma that just reopened, so we're here for dinner. Very excited for this one. This is one of my favorite restaurants on property, let alone buffets on property, and it is a full-service buffet. So it is a traditional buffet as it was pre-pandemic, so very excited to see what's to come.
I've never been here before, so I'm excited to try a lot of things, eat a lot of things, and have a nice time.
Yeah, so let's go. Okay, so just finished up our meal at Boma. Overall thoughts?
I mean, it was my first time here, so I didn't really know what to expect. But it was very good. There was nothing that I was like, ew, about. There were a few things that flavor-wise were odd and out of the ordinary for me, like the peanut rice. That's one thing that I keep going back to because it just tasted like peanut butter and rice mixed together and just, here you go. Yeah. So it was very different. But it wasn't bad. It was just, oh, this is different. But for the most part, I kept cleaning my plates, plural, and bowl, because I just kept going back for more food because it was very good.
Yeah, I agree. This is one of my favorite buffets on property, if not my favorite. One of my favorite restaurants on property. It is just as good as it was pre-pandemic, so very happy to see that nothing has really changed too much. It is the traditional buffet self-service, so the menu has not changed at all, unlike places like Ohana, and everyone else that's doing like family style. It just has made some changes to their usual setup, so happy to see that this one is unchanged and just as good as it used to be. So kind of going through each of the courses. So first, our soup, salad, bread course. What was your standout dishes here?
I really liked the chicken and corn chowder. That was my favorite. It was, I know this is a completely different flavor profile, but it was in the same family as like a chicken tortilla soup, consistency wise, so, which I like. So that was very good. I was happy to have some fruit on the buffet because I like fruit. I tried a couple of the salads, one that had shrimp and couscous, and it was good. And there was also a bread station, and so I got some pita bread and the coriander hummus, which if the pita bread had been warmed up, it would have been almost as good as the bread service at Sanaa.
True. Yeah, I agree that the coriander hummus was definitely the best spread of the on the bread station. with the pita bread. I tried the cornbread as well, which was very good, very, very moist, so happy to see that. The salads, I also tried the couscous with shrimp. Wasn't bad, wasn't like outstanding, but was not bad at all. Just different flavor profile there. The tabbouleh was also pretty good, more of a thinner couscous with some onion and cucumber in there as well. The traditional salad, I got some of the traditional salad because I wanted to try their dressing. They had a chili cilantro vinaigrette, which was very good, very flavorful, and I liked all their topping choices that they had. So I got mine with feta and lentils and chickpeas. So happy to see all those toppings there. And then moving on to our entree / sides course. What were your standouts here?
I'm not a salmon person because I think it smells like cat food. But I was brave and tried the salmon today, and I actually liked it so much that I got it again the second time I went up to the buffet. And of course I liked the chicken. It was very good, very moist. I hate when chicken is really dry, and this was the opposite of that. It was very good. I liked the potatoes that they had on the buffet. I loved the green beans, which were surprisingly spicy, very peppery, so it kind of sneaks up on you. And they had a corn pudding on the buffet, which I thought was like my beloved Midwestern staple, but it was very much not the same thing, but it was still very good. So, and if you're not new to our channel, then you know that I am like a chicken nugget queen. He's the adventurous eater. I'm the picky eater. So for me, this was a lot of stepping out of my comfort zone with the different things to try on the buffet, but it was all very good. I did reward myself with a chicken nugget for trying all the new things, but the chicken nugget paled in comparison. So I'll leave it at that.
There you go. I tried a lot of the same things you did, but some different things. So for my
You
meats,
did more like beef.
Yeah. So I at the carving station, I tried the like carved whatever beef loin, as well as the ribs they had. The ribs had a tamarind tamarind barbecue sauce that was pretty good, very on the sweeter side. So that was nice. And then the beef, I tried one of my favorite sauces at Boma is the Boma mustard. Usually I put this on the turkey, but they didn't have turkey today, which was kind of strange.
I would have tried it.
But yeah, the mustard's still very good on the beef. Not as good as on the turkey, but still very good. And then I did go back and try the salmon as per Hannah's recommendation. Since I'm not really a salmon person. I do love seafood, but salmon's always at the bottom of my list. I never will choose salmon. But yeah, overall very, very good there. The corn pudding was probably my favorite side. It had a chakalaka sauce on top. I'm probably butchering how to say that, but sweeter tomato-based sauce on top of the corn pudding. I thought that was fantastic. A lot of flavors happening there. Just kind of like very thick cream corn is how I would describe it, I would say. But overall, very, very happy with that dish as a whole. But yeah, the sides, the peanut rice was definitely the weirdest side that they had, I would say, because it just tasted like you melted down peanut butter and mixed it with rice, which was just bizarre. But yeah. But
nothing was bad.
No.
You know how sometimes you can go to a buffet and be like, oh, that wasn't done well. Oh, just this is filler. There really wasn't much going on this buffet that felt like filler. It was pretty carb heavy. There was a lot of carby sides and stuff.
Yeah. When
we were getting ready to go, there was a table near us, and a lady said that they ate at Cape May Cafe a few days ago, and she said she didn't feel nearly as full after leaving that restaurant as she did with this one, because that one was so high protein in comparison to here where you're not just eating a bunch of seafood. So that's something to keep in mind. So know to try a little bit of everything, but don't fill up on all of the sides.
True.
Because it's easy to do so.
Yes, very much.
The servers recommend the first thing is go for the soups and salads, start in the middle, add the soups and salads, so you eat a bunch of soup and salad.
Yeah, which I will say, I forgot to mention my soup. I got the butternut squash soup, which is one of the kind of staples at Boma. They always have it at Jico as well, and I don't know if it's a recent addition, but they have recently had it at the Mara. So if you don't know how this tastes, if you've never tried it before, it's basically like slightly more savory, liquefied pumpkin pie.
Weird.
It's just fall flavors, a lot of nutmeg coming through. Very, very good. It is in the thicker side, but definitely worth giving that one a try if you come here. And then as for the desserts, gotta save room for desserts.
Yeah. I got almost one of everything. I skipped the coffee flavored dessert. But other than that, I tried everything. And I don't like bananas, so the bread pudding was just fine for me. I tried the hazelnut brownie thing, and it was, again, just fine. The main standouts were, of course, the zebra domes and then a passion fruit mousse, which was on a little shortbread cookie. And if you've been around Disney for a bit, they had a very similar dessert at the Brazil booth during Festival of the Arts. So this is kind of a miniature version of that dessert that they had in that Brazil booth. It tasted very similar, if not the same.
Yeah, I think it might have been the same.
So if you liked that, or heard about it and thought it was interesting, and then, oh no, the festival's over, you can try something very similar on the Boma buffet.
Yeah.
And it and the Zebra Dome are kind of
Yeah.
top two, trying to edge each other out, but both were very, very good.
Yeah,
there was a weird pineapple thing too.
Yeah,
that wasn't my favorite.
Pineapple financier or whatever it was.
I'm not fancy enough to pronounce that.
It was like a weird puff pastry looking thing with pineapples.
It was like a tart.
Yeah.
With cinnamon pineapple.
And there was a cream in there.
Yeah,
but
it was just
vanilla bean something.
The tart itself, the shell was very thick.
Yeah.
So there was just a lot going on.
Not the strongest dessert. I did try the coffee tart, the Kenyan coffee tart, which I do like coffee. I did not really taste that much coffee in that dessert. Bit underwhelmed with that. It tasted more like a dark chocolate tart. Still very good, but did not compare to these 2 stars, like you said, is the Zebra Dome and the passion fruit mousse. The Zebra Dome is another staple at Boma. They've had it here for years. It is an amarula cream mousse that has a layer of sponge cake in the bottom and then dipped in chocolate. It has some sprinkles around the side. Overall, very, 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 very good. I have been known to buy the 4-packs of these because they sell them in the gift shops here and over at the Mara at the quick service at Jumbo House. So you can always find the Zebra Domes if you're staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge or just coming to visit. So highly recommend trying those if you've not before. But those have always been my favorite on the buffet here. The passion fruit mousse, though, was a very, very close second. If you are not so much into a sweeter dessert and you want more of the fruity aspects, or not a chocolate person, definitely recommend the passion fruit mousse. That one was very, very good. And then as for our drinks, beverages. So they have a large selection of African wines and some beers, in addition to 2 specialty cocktails. So what did you get?
The Mount Killamarita. I think that's what it was called.
Yes.
Okay. It was a margarita. It was very good. It was basically a classic margarita with a splash of cranberry juice. There's also a tangerine liqueur in there going on too. But it was just a very good, very nice margarita. It reminded me of the margarita they have over at Abracadabra. The presentation was very, very similar to that as well. But just a good, solid margarita.
Yeah. And then I tried the African Rum Runner, which was the other specialty cocktail. And this was the Star African Rum with blackberry brandy and banana liqueur and orange juice and pineapple juice. This one was very good as well. Our waitress recommended this one over the margarita as her pick. She said that the banana kind of was the star of the drink and shone through. I didn't pick up on that at all. I thought the orange juice and pineapple juice kind of were the stars. But there was definitely a hint of banana underlying there, so that was a nice little twist on that. But overall, no complaints with my drink.
What drink do you think was better?
I don't know.
I mean, I drank more of mine and you drank more of yours,
yeah.
So I think we're both probably going to say our drink was better.
I think I liked yours better, actually. I liked the tartness of yours.
Yes, it was very tart.
So
like a good tart margarita.
If I were to do it again, I would probably get the margarita. They're the same price, but both are very good. So if you're more of a rum person, get the Rum Runner. More tequila person, get the margarita. And then thoughts overall. So our waitress, Emily, we sat down a little nervous at first because she said that we were her first table ever at Disney. So that was interesting. Never had that happen before. But she was great. She kept our drinks filled.
Was she in the college program?
Yeah, she was. She was University of Louisville. Mm-hmm. So shout out to the college program there. But yeah, she was great. Kept our water filled. I was drinking a lot of water. So yeah. And as for the price, this buffet is on the pricier side. It is $50 a person, or $49.95 a person for adults. I don't know the kids' price. I'll look it up and put it down here when I find it.
And you can use any sort of discount on that price too. AP,
yes.
DVC.
So the AP, after the AP discount, which was 10% off, it was basically $45 a person. Do you think it was worth it?
It's not something to do all the time, basically. I think it's a place to try at least once and then kind of regroup and see how you feel. For me, I'm trying to think, like, where have we eaten recently? Like, you know, you can go somewhere and eat a meal that's about $25.
Yeah.
And it could be really good or it could be just okay. So,
well, like, compare it to Skipper Canteen.
Yeah, Skipper Canteen.
Because that's a pretty reasonably priced table service option. Not buffet, but the entrees there that we get are like $25, $27. Mm-hmm. So significantly cheaper.
But it's not a buffet.
Right.
And I think that, like, it's not something to do if you're on a budget at Disney. Like, no. Definitely. But if you're willing to splurge and want to try it, go for it. If you're a picky eater, hi, I'm a picky eater and I'm telling you not to be scared. It'll be okay. You'll find something. There's also a little kids section of the buffet that has chicken nuggets and mac and cheese and stuff, so you'll be able to find something. Like, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
But as for, like, an everyday thing, no. Like, and I mean, it's not meant to be an everyday thing. It's a special occasion. Robbie's got his birthday button on.
Yeah.
Thing.
So, I have been comparing this kind of all evening to the pricing at Ohana, because we went there pretty recently, prior to the change that they brought back the old style of the shrimp, which I'd much rather prefer.
Is another story.
That's a story for a different time. But comparing it to Ohana is slightly more expensive than this buffet, and from that meal that we had a couple weeks ago, basically the appetizer portions, so the like pot stickers and the wings, were our favorite part. Whereas here, there's a lot more to choose from that was fantastic, just a ton more options and cheaper. So yes, you lose the Cinderella Castle views, but get here early, look at the animals. We saw some giraffes and some zebras out there, some pelicans, so there's just different views, but there's definitely views here. I love this resort. I love this restaurant. I stand by that if you want a very like kind of all-inclusive, not all-inclusive, but one location that is a good sampling of the best restaurants in Disney, I think Animal Kingdom Lodge wins that for me. Sanaa at Kidani Village is wonderful. Boma is fantastic. Jigo, when it reopens, is another one that we'll have to try in the future. I love Jigo. And then Victoria Falls just reopened here as well, so there's a lounge reopened now. So yeah, I highly recommend coming out here. It is on the more expensive side, but like you said, special occasion, not really an everyday kind of location.
And just come ready to eat $50 worth of food.
Right,
basically.
Come hungry.
That's why I said don't fill up on all the carbs, and just make sure you save room for dessert.
Yeah.
So then you feel like you got your money's worth and can justify coming back to eat more good food.
Yeah. But I think that will do it for our little review of Boma. Finally reopened, yay.
As a buffet, our first buffet post-pandemic.
The first buffet.
Which felt really weird, honestly.
It did. They did say that they required masks at the buffet itself. I didn't see it really being enforced. But there were signs.
I didn't notice anyone not wearing their mask.
I saw one person.
Oh,
but, I mean,
there's always one.
It's easy to just get up from the table and forget to put the mask on, too. So, I get that. But yeah, so today is Sunday, August 22nd, and Boma just reopened on Friday, August 20th. So, we are here, trying it out. First buffet reopening. And then after this reopened, they just announced a whole bunch of other ones reopening. So, hopefully, we're moving towards that. All the buffets that are modified are slowly going to transition back to how they were pre-pandemic.
And just moving toward normalcy.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think we are heading back home now. So that will do it for our little review today. Thank you so much for watching. We have a ton of exciting things happening in the future. So be sure to like and subscribe. And we will see you next time.
See you real soon.